Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome back. It's your guy, Old Family, and today we're gonna talk about the most powerful stat, the best stat, the most underrated stat, the strongest stat, and that is ignore dodge. Okay. Um. Now, Bullseye was one of the first characters to have ignore dodge, and he had it as leadership, and nobody knew what the fuck this shit was for. You know what I'm saying? And it really wasn't, it wasn't as useful as it is now. But there are only six characters who have this stat as leadership. Um, Bullseye, 29-9. Okay, we got Proxima. Proxima, I think, was like the second character to get this set as a leadership. Okay, and she gets it with crit damage. Um, we got Robbie. All right. Now, when Robbie was introduced, this was a big deal. It was like, he's not a paywall character. You know what I'm saying? Not a premium character. He's just a regular character, but he's a very strong character. So that was a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Um, and then we got Strange. Strange gets 20% along with his energy attack, but that 20% is very strong. 20% ignore dodge is very strong. Um, and then Cable gets it. He gets ignore dodge. I don't have him, but he gets ignore dodge. I think it's either 50 or 60% when maxed out. You know what I'm saying? Now, characters also get ignore dodge in other ways, like in their T2 passives. Like Cyclops here, he gets 50%. That's a lot. That's a leadership right there. You know what I'm saying? Um, I got Quicksilver. He gets 50%. You know what I mean? So as you can see, that 50% is really a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like the cap, if you will. Characters also get it in their 4-star passives. Okay, like I got Karnak here. Karnak is really a intricate character, really good. He kind of gets a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? Um, and then we got Wolverine. He gets it on his 4-star skill. Okay, 40% with max. That's a lot. You know what I mean? That's a fucking leadership and a skill. That's beast mode. Um, Other characters who you might not know get ignored dodge. Um, One of my favorite characters, Cho, he gets 20% in his 4-star passive. I mean his T2 passive. Um, Hawkeye here, Kate, she's another one who gets ignored dodge on her 4-star passive. She gets 35%. That's fucking nuts. Um, I got Black Bolt. He gets a leadership. He gets people's leaderships on his 5th-star skill, basically. You know what I'm saying? Once you take him to T2, his 5th-star skill becomes an ignore dodge leadership for itself, which is fucking nuts. Um, this guy right here, 30% Star Lord on his 4-star passive. Um, and him and you know what I'm saying? Him and Bullseye had that, and it was like, nobody knew what the ignore dodge was for. It was just kind of until guaranteed dodge came around. You know what I'm saying? The shit got real. But all characters who have the ability agent, they get 10% ignore dodge. You know what I'm saying? So as you can see, um, they try not to give too much because of the fact that I feel like it's a strong stat to have ignore dodge. You know what I'm saying? Also, characters that are symbiote get 10% ignore dodge. So our guy Agent Venom, his name literally allows him to double dip and ignore dodge. You know what I'm saying? He's a symbiote and he's an agent of Shield. Um, anyway, our guy Nova here, our boy Nova, he gets 30%. Okay, not bad. Um, so more or less, you see what's going on here. Okay, like not every character has this. All right, it's specific characters, and it's not given in a large quantity. You know what I'm saying? It's really, I feel like it's well thought out, and they kind of really made sure they gave it to the correct characters and they gave the right amount. Okay, so we're gonna run into 11 chapter 11 here with random T1 characters. Okay, and just we're gonna let them do their thing, and then we're gonna run into chapter 13 with with random T2 characters, let them do their thing, and you're gonna basically see like having ignore dodge is basically the same as having an attack leadership. You know what I mean? Especially deeper into the game. Um when the opponents start to actually dodge your attacks. You know what I mean? Um Being able to ignore the opponent's dodge rate will allow you to basically continue your DPS. You know what I'm saying? Continue piling on damage. Continue chipping away at the opponent's health. You know what I'm saying? If the opponent is constantly dodging, that's taken away from your DPS, and it's really making your character look weaker than they are. Um, and you got to play twice as hard. You know what I'm saying? That's who wants to fucking do that. You know what I'm saying? So as you can see, that ignore dodge pops up here. You're gonna see it pop up a little bit once. You know what I'm saying? It really popped up more in chapter 13. You're gonna see that shit go crazy. But I was kind of impressed that they was able to do this. To be honest, I didn't think they was gonna be able to do this shit. You see, he's not really dodging. Now I don't know if that's because maybe our power level is we're probably not as weak as we should be, but that 42% ignore dodge that we getting from Bullseye is working like a like a physical attack leadership right now. I mean, I feel more comfortable playing with ignore dodge leaderships. You know what I'm saying? Or playing with characters that have ignore dodge. Like I'm starting to work on a lot of ignore dodge obelisks. You know what I mean? You know, because like personally I like having that stat. And currently, and to my knowledge, currently there's no card, there's no comic card in the game that gives ignore dodge. You know what I mean? Why is that? It's a fucking strong stat. The stat is too powerful. You know what I'm saying? You could take a T1 character into here, into chapter 13. You see how it's just popping off? Cho is fucking nice. He could boogie. But you could take a T1 character into chapter 13 with 29-9 leadership. You know what I'm saying? And the character will be able to attack. You know what I'm saying? Whereas they in any other situation they won't be able to. Um, that's powerful. Whereas you could put them in there. You could put T1 Hulk in here with Beast his uniform 50%, and you could have like 100,000 physical attack, but he won't be able to touch none of the characters. You know what I'm saying? Because they're just going to be dodging everything. You know. So what good is having all that attack if you can't hit the opponent? See where I'm coming? See where I'm coming from? You see what I'm saying? Like you like that ignore dodge is just too powerful. Like, and then it's too powerful because if the character has guaranteed dodge, if it ignores that too. You know what I mean? That's why they can't give every character a whole bunch of ignore dodge, and the characters that they do give ignore dodge, they can't OD with it because it's like most characters don't get more than like 30% guaranteed dodge anyway. So if a character is getting 30% guaranteed dodge, then we got a character like Wolverine who has ignored dodge at 40% on his 4-star skill. That's kind of over. That's unbalanced. You know what I'm saying? And as you just saw, Shirag on her critically acclaimed uniform, she gets 20% ignore dodge as her uniform bonus. Okay, as a uniform bonus. That's the bonus they gave her. That's, you got to think about why they gave it to her. You know what I'm saying? That's basically all she was missing. And that made her a perfect character. And I don't know. You gotta you just gotta pay attention to what in Marvel, to the way they kind of put things in the game. You know what I'm saying? Um, they're not really telling us how important ignore dodge is. They're just kind of giving, they're they're splashing it in there, in the game here and there. You know what I'm saying? Letting us get used to it and see what it is and know how it works. But I don't think we really take note to the fact that it's a scarce stat, but it's a stat. And why is that? You know what I'm saying? Because that shit is just popping off. You know. In any other situation, all that, instead of it saying ignore dodge, it'd be saying dodge, 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 dodge. You know what I mean? Chirac is just fucking nice though. Look at those numbers, it's crazy. And we only getting like 30% from Proxima. Proxima is not maxed, you know what I'm saying? But it's a big deal, because my my Quicksilver, he only has 15 on the gear across the board, you know what I'm saying? He's unmastered, and his skills is on one. Look how he's performing, he's doing really good. And I don't think he would have performed like this with a physical leadership or order attack. You know what I'm saying? Let's finish this off so we can move on. Ooh, got him. Yeah, I like fighting Thanos here. You know, 2 minutes. All right, we're gonna run it the Quicksilver World Boss stage just to play around with it, to further show the strength of ignore dodge. We're gonna let Karnak do his thing here. Karnak is a really cool character. He could boogie. You know what I'm saying? He really could boogie. It's hard to build him. He's a character that, thank God that they made the CTPs. You might want to give him one of the CTPs. And throw his ass in timeline. He'd probably be a beast. I know the Transcendence. That one is like that's definitely the most powerful one. But I think out of the Transcendence or the Destruction, I think the Destruction. Um, give him a damage proc instead of invincibility. Um, will work really good with him. Or the refinement. The refinement might work good with him too, because I feel like max HP um would just allow him to stay out there and really boogie. Because as you can see, he boogies like he's really fighting. Like giving him a hill in the guard, you know, I think that's a big fucking deal. I actually might put the refinement on him, to be honest. Word. Because Karnak is one of my favorite characters. It's just so hard to build him, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think that refinement or the destruction one, you know what I'm saying? But this isn't a Karnak review. This is Ignore Dodge. Yeah, he got me. I don't know how with the reflect. I forgot he hit you if you don't take that shield out. But anyway, we gonna let Venom do his thing here. Venom is pretty good. Venom is pretty good. He's handling his own here. Oh God. Mm. This guy 29-9. He's stupid nice. But yeah, see, Venom was kind of holding his own there. You know what I mean? Yo, they really made Quicksilver like stupid nice. He was like, he goes everywhere. Like that shit is crazy. You're gonna run into Corvus, all right? Corvus is one of the first world bosses to have this his dodge enhanced, and had everybody going crazy for a minute trying to figure out, how to take this character out. And we still didn't get it. Like that ignore dodge is just stupid powerful. Like what will we do if characters start getting like 80% guaranteed dodge, 90% guaranteed? What are we gonna do when there's only 6 characters who have ignore dodge as a leadership? You know what I'm saying? Only another like 10 characters that get ignore dodge in some other way, shape or form. You know, it's gonna be nuts. Think about it. How come the CTP of energy gives ignore dodge? But I'm definitely hyping it up. I'm pretty sure nothing's in the horizon. But I'm just trying to add more to my case here. Ignore dodge is a stupid strong stat. And the crazy shit is that he really Corvus is nice. Like his dodge is really strong. Like he, that nigga will dodge everything. Like, even if you have like 20% ignore dodge, he'll dodge everything. Like, he's nice. Word. But anyway, whether the character gets ignore dodge in their T2 passive, in their leadership, or in some other way, shape, or form, in their kit, um, ignore dodge is definitely a stat that I feel like is, if not one of the strongest stats, the strongest stat in the game. Um, Next to defense pin, um, cooldown, crit damage. That's my opinion. Nonetheless, this was the ignore dodge, the most strongest stat video. We hope you enjoyed it. We're gonna catch you guys in the next one.